Radio for all. You are now live with the Humble Prince on Sahara FM Radio. Yeah. Yep, and we're back live with the Humble Prince, Sahara FM Radio. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Again, I just want to say that tonight's show is brought to you by the law offices of Bonali Mayowa PC. Please go to their website, www.mayowalaw.com. And if you would like to advertise on Sahara FM Radio via Live with the Humble Prince, please send an email to reporters at Sahara.
Sorry. Sorry.
Just send it to humbleprince@gmail.com.
Or
Thank you very much.
SaharaReportersTV@gmail.com.
Or SaharaReportersTV@gmail.com. Yes.
We
I'm
got
mixing
it.
up, man. I'm not used to this high-tech technology and
We're trying to get
everything.
used to it.
But right now, it's time for the critically acclaimed and renowned callback segment with the one and only Adeola Fayehun.
Adeola.
No, but you guys don't have to do that anymore, though. You know, we have...
Oh, listen. It's going to take us a while.
Yeah,
you know,
we have
just like
an
it's going to take
applause
you a while to get
and
used to that.
everything. Right. Adeola, Happy New Year. First show of the year.
Happy New Year.
Fantastic. How's the New Year been so far?
It's been great.
Great, fantastic.
How's yours been?
Oh, not bad. It's been very nice, and I'm glad to be back. I really missed you guys.
I love
doing
this
the show.
banter.
Yeah. Guys, we'd like to hear from you. The number to call is on the screen right there, 646-559-6640. And right now, we're going to be talking about the unfortunate activities by the menacing Boko Haram. I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
Now, here's
I'll
one...
let you begin.
Yeah, but here's one thing I want to say, though, and this doesn't take away from the fact of what happened, the carnage that happened, but I think the numbers were a little bit exaggerated. I don't think there were 2,000 casualties. I don't know.
But even with such
I
exaggerated
disagree,
numbers...
but you go ahead.
Yeah,
Right.
but my thing is, okay, even if that's the case, with such exaggerated numbers, and if the point of it was to get people to sort of take notice, it
Right.
clearly didn't work because
they
it
were
wasn't
eclipsed by the France situation.
No. I mean,
Right.
we shouldn't necessarily eclipse, but 2,000. If let's say it was a couple hundred and they exaggerated to 2,000, maybe it was for effects for people to take notice.
Right.
But people didn't. They clearly didn't take notice because, yes, the France situation was eclipsed by,
Yeah, we had all the world
and-
leaders go there and march. When did all the world leaders go and march in Nigeria?
They're afraid.
So I
Jonah, what do you wanna
disagree
say?
that the number was exaggerated. But
Okay.
before I even talk about that, the
Right.
defense headquarters said that it's only 150 people, and I have issues with that. How dare they
150
say
people did.
only 150 people? As if 150 people dying
Doesn't have
nothing.
is of no significance.
Imagine
and
a
it is.
room filled with 150 people and they're all dead, and you say it's only 100.
It's not
if
only.
we have
No, but that
150
disparity is pretty
Nigerians,
serious.
so
Right.
if these
That's what I was
people
saying,
wouldn't
right.
care about 150 people dying, then they could care less about thousands of people dying.
Correct.
Now,
Right.
what we know for fact, unfortunately, we don't have pictures yet or
Right.
video, and it's because Boko Haram is still in control of those places.
And the pictures that they're circulating are wrong.
They are wrong.
Yeah.
I was very upset by that, though.
Yeah.
It's from like 5 years ago with
Yeah, it
some
was
other
like a
incident.
tanker
I feel like that
accident.
almost discredits some of the
Yeah.
reporters in
That-
some way.
and that,
So-
that's what I'm saying. But there was a guy. One of the witnesses said he was walking over bodies for miles. Did he say that for like 3
Yeah.
miles? Go ahead, Viola,
So,
please.
like, what we have for facts, though, is that we don't have pictures, but the facts that we have is that Boko Haram burnt down 16 villages.
Right, they just kept
16.
going from village to village to
16.
village. Right.
Now, just assume that only 100 people is in each village, or let's just assume that they only killed 100 people in each village,
Okay.
which they've been doing before. They've been killing hundreds of people in a village at a time.
Right.
They've killed like 300 in a town in the past and stuff like. I mean, in a village in the past. So let's assume they only killed 100 and other people escaped. That's already 1,600 people.
So you
Yes.
basically think it
for,
wasn't
for
exaggerated.
16. So, and for one of the survivors said that he was walking for 5 kilometers, which is about 3.5
3
miles.
Right.
And all he could see were dead bodies.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I don't know if the number was exaggerated or not, but I wouldn't go by, the number was just exaggerated. The fact that nobody can still go there is an issue. And the
I don't understand, man. I mean, we know where they are.
because would you want to go there
It's
right
not
now?
like a funding. We can
Well,
fund.
with the if we had
counterattack.
the right
The
army.
soldiers, I mean,
We have the money to equip our soldiers to combat
Thank
Boko
you.
Haram.
Thank
Instead, you can raise how many billions for your campaign?
Thank
For
Right.
your
Do you know that Nigeria just cancelled their whatever with the US? You know, the
Yeah.
US was supposed to train Nigerian soldiers.
Right.
Oh,
And
really?
they've been
I
doing
didn't
it.
even know it
they
was
just
canceled.
Let's take this call real quick. You're live with the Humble Prince, Sahara FM Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello,
Yes, hello. Thanks for calling. What's your name and where are you calling from?
my name is Adeola from Canada.
Thank you. Adeola, please, can you turn down your radio?
Yeah, I think I've done that.
Oh, okay. So what would you like to say?
Yeah, I just want to talk about the Baga issue.
Yes, please.
That first and foremost, the major reason why it seems as if the whole world is not really turning attention to the issue in Nigeria is because even the Nigerian government itself, they are not really, the issue, it seems as if the issue, they were not concerned. And, when you're not concerned about your own issue, it's the same way you carry your issue that others will carry the issue for you. So basically, like, till now, even till now, we're yet to hear anything from the president about this issue. And even the army that we're talking about the issue of escalated fake figures or not. The point is this, we're not talking about 2,000 or 100 or 150. But the main point is that was there massacre in Baga or not by Boko Haram? That was the first thing. So it took a while for the army to really say, okay, fine, something happened in Baga for them to come out. So I think that was why it seems as if the whole world were not really concerned, in quotes, about the issue in Nigeria. So I think the fault actually has to do with Nigerian government. There's not the fault coming.
Right.
So can
You make a good point, man. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for calling. Thank you.
And I actually want to comment on that.
Yeah,
And
comment. Go ahead.
do people feel that that we're almost jaded in the sense that we hear about a Boko Haram attack so often now?
And it's just become a normal
become
thing.
such a
like part of the
commonplace
norm.
and normal thing that people aren't
No, I'm
as
still-
shocked. Like everyone is shocked about France because this is something that never happens. It hasn't happened. So yes, it was 10 people, right?
17.
Was it 17? Oh wait,
In
okay,
total.
yeah.
It was
in
12 in
total,
total.
yes.
Yeah.
In total.
So this is absolutely out of the ordinary, and so it came to the world's attention. But we have been hearing about Boko Haram attacks for so many years now
2009
that it's
about.
almost like, oh, another one. A couple of people were killed.
No.
And I feel like if we don't have this personal, unless you have some sort of personal relation to someone that was killed, then maybe you will take the situation more seriously. We're jaded. We
I'm
are
not
no
jaded,
longer
honestly.
I
shocked.
completely agree with her.
We're-
And I am not blaming the Nigerian government at all. They've not proven otherwise, even when one person died or when 10 people died. My issue is with the Nigerian people. Nobody is speaking out. By now, we should be protesting. The labor union, all these organizations, even schools, universities, secondary school, by now people should be on the street.
Similar
If
to
2,000
Bring Back Our Girls.
people can be killed and we are not saying anything, what else has to happen in Nigeria before we would wake up? I don't know.
You make a good point. We can't do.
And we-
You know what? The citizens are complicit. Both at home,
complacent.
both at home, and what do you call it? And here in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Honestly, we need
And
to do something.
we've
Go ahead.
demonstrated that we are able to come together and march for a cause. Occupy Nigeria, when Bring Back
was-
Our Girls. I'm just saying that
Right.
we're capable of coming together for a cause that we're passionate about. So what is it going to take for us to become passionate about this cause that we will take
when
to
we
the
did
streets?
that nothing happened. So why
Right.
would people want to do anything else? If somebody died
once we have the
and
attitude,
his
though.
family members are not crying, what's my business in killing myself?
Because
that
do
somebody
you
died?
want to wait till it's close to home, or do you want to do something about it now
Exactly.
before it gets to that point? Is this when
Oh,
there's
a
a
lot of
bombing
people
in
believe it will
Lagos
never
and
get
now
to
all of a
them.
sudden it's but you should never say that.
I know a
because
lot of
before-
people believe it would never get to them.
and
That's
that
why they're
belief
complacent.
is what exactly.
Well, it hasn't really gone back to it hasn't really gone to Lagos, right?
It hasn't.
really
I
gotten
feel
to the
like
west. It's still in the
that,
north
You know,
and,
even we've had a couple bombings in Abuja, and you would think that would strike at the heart, but no, because I think, and
Right.
God forbid
We
this
are
actually
just
happen.
in Nigeria,
What
we are
if?
just.
Yeah, exactly.
We always are just.
If it happens in Lagos, and I tell you, people, there will be certain people that will get to the airports and they'll leave, but there are people that will actually take to the streets and
Yeah.
say, "Listen, this is too close to home now.
Yeah, let's
why
take
should
another
we have
call
to do
here.
something."
All right. You're live with the Humble Prince. What's your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from U.S.
Israel? Can you
US,
please speak up?
United States of America.
Oh, I thought you said Israel. Yeah, thank you for calling, man. What's your name?
My name is Adeola Fayehun.
Adeola.
I just want to make my contribution to the discussion going on right now.
Please.
My contribution is that the present government we have in Nigeria is not alert to its responsibility. The government is not alert to its responsibility of securing the country, which is very pathetic.
I know. Don't you think we as citizens, both at home and in the diaspora, owe some kind of have some kind of responsibility as to fight this as well?
Yes, we have that responsibility. I think we have to do it collectively.
True.
But first and foremost, the government must be alert to its responsibility.
Right.
Which is lacking right now.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your call, man, and thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Yeah, he's right.
We agree.
Doesn't have a point. The government kind of
But we can't just put all the blame in government
No.
and then sit back and say, well, if they're not doing anything, we won't. Someone's got to take charge.
Let's take this call. Are you there? Okay, please call back.
That's it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, our president sent his condolence message to France. He's yet to say anything about Baga, by the way. Till now.
Honestly, I
Till
really don't want.
now.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I really
And
don't want to
then
believe that.
and
You
that
don't
it
wanna
didn't happen.
believe it?
No, not that it didn't happen.
have
That
you
he
ever-
hasn't said anything
No, but then
about.
have you
the
ever known
attack.
Goodluck Jonathan or any Nigerian politician to do something and not have it publicized for the world to see that they've done something? Come on. And I don't mean to but to be honest,
Even his spokesperson,
that-
his I
Exactly.
mean, somebody must have.
I've never seen them to
Somebody
do
must have said
something
something. No.
and not publicized. So
Yeah.
if he had, believe me, we'd know.
Let's take this. You're live with the Humble Prince. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Adeola Fayehun, calling from Maryland.
Hey, I did. Good evening. Thank you for calling.
Yes.
Yeah. I wanted to. I pretty much agree with what Adeola said. In as much as we can all agree that we have a stupid government.
Hey.
The issue of Boko Haram right now is such that even we as civilians, we're so much complacent right now. You hearing that the bomb blast actually occurred in Nigeria is almost like there was heavy rain.
Yes.
Wow.
No, really.
Like nothing. It's really that bad. I mean, she makes a very good point.
Yeah.
You will think that all the universities, north, south, east, west, people will come out. There will be a huge protest. You will think that even Buhari, that is running for president right now,
Amen to that.
will probably take 1 or 2 days off and make so much
Exactly,
noise
and he's
about
from
it.
the north.
Right.
Exactly. Bring a lot of attention to this. But no, you're not getting that. Again, because, the other person said we're jaded right now when it comes to this terrorism, whatever. It's been going on for so long. It's almost like the question these days, has there been any bomb blast this week? It's not like, wow, something happened yesterday. It's so normal, right? And it's sad. And I think we all have a part to play in this. HP, you have this show. Obviously, you can do more as well.
Definitely, man.
In the world this week, not even the French, whatever. I mean, fine. I mean, every life counts. But we're talking 12, 17 people. In Nigeria, we're talking 2,000 people. We're talking of hundreds and maybe even over 1,000 orphans right now. You're talking about,
sad, man. Yeah.
widows. That it's just sad. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's what I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yes.
I did. Thank you so much
Thank
for calling.
you.
Thanks
Yes.
for calling. He makes a very good
very
point,
good.
man.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
anything from Jonathan about what
Wow,
happened.
Dilla is quick, man.
Because no, we have to speak with facts.
Yeah,
The
we
thing
do.
is, if he releases a statement,
Right.
it would either have to acknowledge that 2,000 people were slaughtered, or it would have to go by what he told the army to say, which is 150. And if he says 150, that would be another issue. People would say the Nigerian president downplays what happened in Baga.
I feel like
So he just remains
the
silent.
reason why he remains silent, and this is in no way excusing it, when there's a problem present, it's been this ever-growing problem, and you
Right.
don't have anything to say
Or solution.
as a solution,
He's
people are
overwhelmed.
like, okay, to come out and say, I offer my condolences, this many people died, but you're not offering any sort of solution,
There's
then
nothing, yeah.
why even bother
Let's take
talking?
this last call, yeah. You're live with the Humble Prince. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hello,
Yes, hello?
my name is Khalil Ditala.
Carly, thank you for calling. What would you like to say?
Well, I would just like to talk about the Jonathan situation and the Boko Haram harassment of innocent Nigerians.
I know it's very sad, man. Very, very sad. Yeah. What would you like to say?
Well, look,
I think it's come to a time when we need a change of strategy.
Okay.
Or
I have this feeling that we all are becoming helpless, and we're letting the enemy know that we are helpless. The media has helped to propagate and publicize them each time they make a good hit. And you know that in every war, truth is the very first casualty. When they lie, we can't find out. When they say that they have done this, if the media doesn't publicize it, they wouldn't know, we wouldn't know. And I'm beginning to think that we also need to start finding other means of destabilizing and subverting them.
Yeah, make a very good point, man.
I don't know how that is, but I believe that there are very innovative Nigerians. There are Nigerians who have participated in different war situations across the world.
Right.
There are people who took part in the Biafra propaganda machine.
Yeah.
We need to call back these people and put the same heart in the hearts of these Boko Haram people. Like, come up with something that, you know, one of them is a mole and is there, and they start to, you know, eat up each other because they really don't know.
Right.
But I think that in terms of the psychology of the war, Boko Haram appears to be winning it.
Oh, yeah.
And we, the people, appear to be so helpless, losing our mind. I, for one, I get flashes. Even when I'm teaching in class, I suddenly just see, you know, the bomb blast and stuff and all of that.
Yeah, I know. It's
And every day it appears that there is absolutely nothing that can be done. I'm not hearing strategists.
Right.
Nigerian military strategists coming up with things. I'm not finding what the media can do to encourage them to come up with better methods of fighting this. Thank you very much. Have a lovely program, and I hope that sometime, when I call back again, it will be on a happy note.
Man, thank you, man. I can really hear it in your voice, man, that you're really disappointed and that you're sad. And just like all of us, man, it's really going on for too long. But thank you so much for calling, and thank you for listening. We appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to round it up. Yeah, go ahead.
Really quickly. I mean, I don't know if I heard them correctly. Is he saying that by us sort of publicizing it, putting it out there, and showing people that we're essentially sort of helping them to propagate their message and you know, putting it out there?
Yeah, that's what terrorists do.
But I feel like this would occur
we're giving them attention.
Whether
I disagree with him.
I disagree to to a certain level, because I feel like with the way Boko Haram, the message that they're trying to get across, I feel like this would happen whether it was publicized or not. I feel like their intent is to do as much damage as possible, in, you know, whatever their reason behind it. And I feel like that would happen regardless.
Man. These guys have
with
balls.
him because,
okay, go ahead.
Number one, in this instance, it wasn't Boko Haram that said they killed 2,000. It was eyewitnesses. Actually, those people were saying 3,000, but people said let's just assume 2,000.
2,000, right?
Number two, who do we listen to? The Nigerian government, the Nigerian media, the government-owned media, or videos released by Boko Haram? Now, what I mean by that is, since I was young growing up in Nigeria, Nigerian government-owned media in Nigeria, NTA, and so on, they've never, ever given accurate answer of casualties. Growing up, if 10 people die, they would say 3 people.
Yeah.
So why would I trust my information from such...
Yeah, let's take this last call. You're the last caller, live with the Humble Prince on the callback segment. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Victor.
Hey, Victor, thank you so much.
From the UK.
Oh, Victor, thank you so much for listening, and thanks for calling. What would you like to say?
Yeah, well, I'm actually trying to buttress the point of the last caller. That he actually said that there is actually a need for a change of strategy,
Definitely.
which I really think is very important.
We don't have a strategy right now.
I personally believe that most protests or whatsoever uprising that probably happened in some countries in the past are one way or the other engineered, which are actually not successful. Let's take Libya, for example, or some other countries. Protest is not a solution.
No,
we
I don't
protested
think so.
during the whatever...
Occupy Nigeria, yeah.
Nonsense. And
rubbish. Yeah.
Everybody ran back to their shelter.
Exactly.
I think there is a need for a new strategy. Let me make sure that way.
Okay, thank you.
What I really want to say shortly is on the issue of our president making comment on what happened in France, and he's saying nothing about what is happening in Nigeria. It's only him. It's all about it. It happens to all of us, women, or let's say we Africans, so keen in giving a lot of respect to Oyinbo.
Western, yeah.
And,
you do have a point.
I kind of recommendation and recognition, and living homes and so on, not taking good care of it.
Yeah.
As far as I am concerned, as I know, in Europe, citizens actually get much preference than foreigners. When you go apply for a job, citizens actually get a kind of a better pay than foreigner. Whereas in Nigeria, it's always the opposite. Come with a foreign degree, you get a lot of respect. People graduating from our local universities are actually being treated like dogs and well, it's so sad. So I think we need to change our orientation and change our strategy. Have a nice day.
Victor,
have a nice
Thank you.
Victor, thank you for calling, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Can I just say quickly, as we
hurry
round
up,
up,
yeah,
that
go
just what I was saying earlier with the other caller. So I would rather, I'm not saying that we should believe whatever Boko Haram says, but when I listened to the Nigerian government, they said they killed Abubakar Shekau. Later, Abubakar Shekau released a video that I'm not dead. So if I were to be going just by what the Nigerian government said, but I do agree that we need to find some kind of tactic.
We need a new strategy.
But we also need to be informed about what's going on. If they kill 10 people, we need to know that 10 people just lost their lives because of an incompetent government. So we shouldn't say, oh, they shouldn't publish that so that people won't think they are winning the war. If 10 people, I'm sorry to say, but if it's somebody that I know, I would want the world to know that, hey, this is what happened.
We need a reputable news agency.
I agree with him and disagree at the same time, but that's just my opinion.
Well, Sahara reporters, we're trying to do that. And, like I said, man, Ade said earlier, one of the things I could do is to create awareness and just keep the conversation going. Now, am I going to go back to Nigeria and, carry a gun and want to fight these people?
No, but there are other ways there are other ways to fight this battle without necessarily picking up a weapon. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
It's taking more than that.
No. But it's not everyone that's going to take. We should not all, start picking up guns. But I'm just saying there are other ways. Coming up with strategic ways. That's the way. No,
we have to kill them all.
So this is my personal opinion.
We can't personally pick up guns, but we can help.
I'm ready if it comes to that.
Can I be honest? I feel like the Nigerian government is purposely not getting the soldiers the weapons that they need because they don't want to eradicate Boko Haram. That's my.
Oh yeah, I've always thought that they're secretly
when they
funding
canceled
their
contract with the US, the agreement was that the US would do the training and the Nigerian government would supply the weapons. The US did the training and they asked for the weapons, and the Nigerian government said, "Well, we thought you would also provide the weapons." That was what Nigerian ambassador in Washington said. So the US was like, no, that was not the agreement. So they really don't want to provide a weapon.
I heard it breaks for Nigeria
because they don't want it to be over.
I'm exhausted.
They don't want it to be over. Also, partly because they also don't want the people in those areas to vote in this coming election because most of them will not vote for this.
Why would they vote? Who wants to vote under this kind of climate? But you know what? I just thought I thought we had reached the epitome. I thought they had done their worst when they kidnap those girls, man. But this guy keep getting more brazen, more audacious.
Do we even know how many people are labeling them? The government's labeling them because they're not doing anything to combat what they're doing. So they give them free reign to do whatever they want.
But guys, we'd like to thank everybody for calling, and we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. The callback segment will be back this Saturday, right?
On the TV, yes.
Yeah, on TV. We're back with a brand new show this Saturday, so please make sure you tune in for that. Adeola and I will also be talking about some of the most pressing topics going on in Nigeria, and also the question of the day. We'll have that. So Adeola, what do you have coming up on
definitely the Baga killing, and the fact that everybody is just focused on campaigning right now instead of the lost lives.
Sad. Again, we just want to say that tonight's show is brought to you by the law offices of Bolanli Maiwa PC. Please go to their website, www.maiwalaw.com. On that note, we're going to take a break, and we'll be right back live with the Humble Prince. Guys, thank you so much, man. I thought that was